do not have the same knowledge about etiquette and conversation that our sorority women do.
Quality PNMs who would be dedicated, loyal, and loving members fall out of the process because it's overwhelming.
And an educated woman always makes better decisions and feels more empowered about their decisions.
And right now on our screen we have a picture of a pig with some lipstick going on. And the reason for that is because of the last comment in our Just the Fact section. Sometimes an experience is not what you expect it to be. So why do we try to make it look like something it simply is not? That being said, let's take a look at some ideas for educating our prospective members instead of putting the lipstick on the pig.
Okay, well, we should definitely be educating our prospective new members on our preferential bidding system, explaining to them about the recruitment counselors and how the recruitment counselors can be a tool for them, how to utilize the resource, and also utilize the recruitment groups that we often group women in. Of course, explaining the ideas of quota and total, and explaining membership selection. Now, with that said, it's not about what's specifically discussed, but explaining to them that there are going to be standards discussed, that this is a mutual selection process, and the women in the chapter will be reviewing your grades and how you live up to their values. So really informing them that it is a mutual selection and they do need to live up to these standards. Also explaining etiquette, just in general, in conversation, in eating, specifically with conversation, having a conversation actually flow, going over appropriate greetings, transitions, farewells, also good questions to ask and good answers to give, and then choosing your brand. This is particularly important when we come to social networking, any online sites, and choosing anecdotes and stories that are appropriate to share.
Explaining how recommendations work, they're also called references, they can be called introductions, they have acronyms, it depends on the organization, but teaching the women who are participating in the recruitment process about those items and how they differ from chapter to chapter can be helpful. Explaining thoroughly what a legacy is at each chapter and how that impacts the recruitment experience. And maybe specifically explaining the expected behavior, which is, let's admit it, it's being normal. Okay. Teaching listening skills, because we all know everybody could use a little bit of help with listening skills and practicing their listening skills. Conversation skills and advice. The sorority members are really getting a lot of that training right before recruitment. So if we gave similar training to the prospective members on how to hold a conversation, how would that impact the conversation between these two groups of women? I think it would improve their conversations and help them make better determinations about the matches right off the bat. How about nonverbal signals, like looking around the room while you're speaking to someone, or crossing your arms, or how about interpreting body language from someone speaking to you? Those are important components of the recruitment process, whether it's conscious or subconscious. Damage control and getting out of awkward situations are great things to teach these women, because sometimes conversations do drift into bad territory, and you need to get out of a bad territory and leave your first impression intact.